Welcome back, everybody, to the Pair of Kings podcast. I'm your host, Saul Thompson. You can find me on Instagram at Saul Thompson. I'm joined this week by my wonderful co-host.
I am your wonderful co-host, Michael Smith, Michael David Smith. And you can find me on Instagram at _Smithstagram.
If you're listening to this, don't forget to follow us on your favorite podcast streaming platform. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like episodes early, an additional episode every month, and access to giveaways and more, you can head over to herohero.co/POK. For as little as $4 a month, you can support the podcast and get access to everything I mentioned earlier. Now that that's out of the way, Michael, how are you? It's a boys episode, so we can take it at our own speed.
Boys episode.
Boys app.
Boys app.
How are you? What's new?
Good. I was so ready to podcast today. Now I'm not.
Do I make you nervous?
You make me so nervous, Saul. 2 years in, I just don't know how to act around you. I'm good. I'm excited. It's Friday. We're gonna go to Connecticut tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have boys' weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I own a TV now. That's my big life update. I gave in and I bought a TV.
Nice.
You can see it here. That's it. That's. I don't know what to. Why do I not know what to talk about?
Riveting conversation. Incredible.
Things are really kicking off in the podcast world today. What's up? What are you up to?
I am disgustingly in the middle of midterms, but I'm doing my normal thing where I keep opening up tabs on my computer with things I'd like to buy, and they sit like annexed in that,
Edging.
Yeah, sure. I'm edging the purchases. So I've got like 38 tabs of things open. Oscar, don't do that. 38 tabs of open like vintage shirts and a poster that I want. And our friend McCall was wearing a really cool vintage Kenzo sweater, and I'm like, oh, I kind of want a vintage Kenzo sweater. I'm a sheep. I see one person wearing a cool outfit, and instantly it's like, oh, I need to do that. Great. I can do that.
Does that mean you don't think any of my outfits are cool?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I thought so. I wouldn't either, for the record.
No, I think with Rick, you can't buy one thing. I'm also terrified of buying fake Rick. There's so much of it.
Just anything you want, send to me, and I will tell you if it's fake or not.
Okay, thank you.
I do a lot of this in my DMs.
Mm.
I get a lot of "is this fake" requests or "what is this" requests.
What is this? What do you mean?
Yeah, like they'll send me something and be like, What is this? Where's this from? What season is this from?
Oh, like an idea. Okay.
Can you tell me what this is?
We saw somebody wearing, I want to say like the worst combination of Rick Owens items, or Rick Owens items with something else the other night. It was the giant shoes and then the really tight skinny jeans.
Oh, yes. So
yeah, why do people do this? So real quick, can you
Oh.
just say what the shoes are so Yana can throw a photo up?
Yeah, I might have to send you. They're called like Mega Hoof Dunks Mega Turbo Hoof Dunks. So, the like Turbo Dunk exists and is a good shoe. It's like a basket sole. It's like a tall cargo basket, but with like extra like wings attached to the side. And then they took the sole from the Vicious Runner and inflated it a little bit.
Okay.
Google Rick Owens inflation to find out more. And then they stuck it on the bottom. It's the worst Rick shoe of all time. I hate it with a burning passion.
Does this mean you're going to own a pair in like 2 years and be like, actually, I've come around?
No, because I've hated them since whenever they came out.
Okay.
I would like to think that someone potentially could make them work okay in the right outfit, but I have exclusively seen them worn with ripped skinny jeans.
Yeah, so you said this at the event that we were at.
And I don't know what it is about. It's the biggest, ugliest shoe he makes. I don't know why you look at that and you're like, you know what would really proportionally balance that out rule of thirds? Skinny jeans.
So I guess it comes back. It doesn't come back. It leads into another thing. I love how we've come back to saying pant-shoe interaction, but unironically.
I think this has come up, but it's a real thing.
It is, but the second you shouldn't have to have to say it.
But like, look, I agree that there is a certain way that shoes look with certain pants that is
Correct.
actually really good.
Yeah.
And he's like harmonious
Sure.
and hyper specific.
Sure.
And there is a term to describe that. And we have that term to describe it. And why would we not use that term?
Because it's corny.
Yeah, but maybe we need to reclaim it. Maybe we can uncorny pant-shoe interaction.
Can you make it like the sleeve ring interaction? Just start calling everything an interaction. The hair glasses interaction.
The
shirt, sweatshirt.
Shirt pants interaction is real too.
Yeah, the SPI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, PSI.
Pant shoe interaction.
Yeah, pants per square inch. The PSI SPI is pants shirt. PSI shirt pants. Anyways,
DBQ.
BBQ, BB Simmons. Anyways, you need to be able to specifically describe the fact that, I mean, you can just say like, oh, those shoes look kind of bad with those pants, or like, oh, those pants look really good with those shoes. But like, you're kind of only referring to this like lower, like 6 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sometimes I see something and I'm like, wow, that's a really good interaction between the pants and the shoes.
Sure.
And what do I call that?
The way your pants sit on your shoes.
But you're just different names for the same thing. You're just trying. That seems worse to like dance around saying the word. The clothing buzzword that shall not be named.
Yeah. Well, I think there are other clothing buzzwords that I don't hate. I just have gotten them, like trompe l'oeil.
Don't make me say it. I don't
also
wanna,
like people
trompe
mispronounce
l'oeil.
trompe
Trompe
l'oeil. I fucking fuck the French.
Trompe.
Say it as wrong as you can.
Trompe
l'oeil. Perfect, right?
Trompe l'oeil.
Even better. Yeah, like I don't know. Should we try and make up? It needs to be a term that's like in Spanish or French that has plausibility for, like pant-shoe interaction, right?
Pantalones y zapatos.
No, it's too long. It needs to be like a trick of the eye, right? Like, oh, it looks like something, but it isn't. Like, like how would you say resting state in? I don't know. You speak any other languages?
Not enough to know how to say resting state.
I feel like in French it's like
Mode
I was thinking like the physical state, like l'état. Hold on.
L'état.
State of rest. Let's see. Okay, it can't be Spanish. Estado de reposo is not good.
Estado de reposo.
French. État de repos is French. I'm sure I butchered that. Finnish. Oh my God, it's a one word.
Yeah, wait. German. Rahustund.
I think we found a winner in Finnish. Lepotila. I think that's the winner, right? Can we get it to pronounce it? I'd have to.
What is resting state meant to describe here?
The way your pants sit on your shoes.
Oh, the lepotila.
At rest, yeah. The.
Wait, just. Oh, are you connected to Bluetooth?
I could, yeah. Hold on. You'll have to give me a minute, but.
Lepotila.
Like it needs to be.
Lepotila.
Lepotila.
The lepotila of the pants. We'll put a voiceover right here.
Lepotila.
Okay, yeah. It's Lepotila, Yannick.
This is how you pronounce it.
Lepotila.
We need to like inception the fashion community.
Oh yeah, no, just throw up like a Webster's dictionary and be like, yeah. You might be calling it pant-shoe interaction, but there's been a word for it this entire time.
And you could, if anyone can do this.
Oh
it's
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And the like we need like a video of you sort of in like you in front of like an old picture of like Cristobal Balenciaga and like
claim he's Finnish.
You pull up a quote of his of like how he described it.
Yeah. The year is 1952. Cristobal Balenciaga, an innovator in the space of clothing, proportions, and silhouettes, has decided that he needs a new word to describe what he's calling the resting state. The way Balenciaga's pants interacted with his shoes was paramount to his designs, but he lacked a word to say it. He turned to finish, and the word lepotilla, state of rest, conventionally used to describe the way Finnish men, before they went out to sea, were dressed. A state of rest, a state of calm before the storm, a state before they entered the dangers of the frigid waters of the Adriatic Sea. I don't know the.
How did you do that?
I don't know. It's stupid. It's so easy. You think any of these stupid rage bait videos take more than 16 seconds for me to not even write? It's like usually like 2 takes, and it's me laughing.
I just so
Are you not able to bullshit effectively?
Not to that caliber. No one is bullshitting to that caliber. I think we can do this.
Yeah.
I think we should do this before this podcast comes out.
Should we text our TikTok friends
And try and get them in on
Yeah.
it? Yeah, absolutely.
I think Tati would be down. I think Mark would be down to clown.
Bailey would do it.
Yeah.
We could get them all to do it.
I think Bailey would lean too hard on it, though.
Well,
I don't know if he could play it subtle.
Lepotila. I keep wanting to pronounce it Spanish, but it's not.
It's Finnish.
But because Cristobal Balenciaga is the one who borrowed it, do you not think?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That's a good point.
Oh, hey, wait. Hey, buddy.
Ow.
That hurt?
That was really loud.
That is loud. Hey, buddy. Give me a fit check.
Sure. I'm wearing my Gerbeau jeans.
I think that's like 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah.
He on them. He yamming them shits.
I am yamming those shits. I've got Leo, my dog. He's part of the fit. I have a You Must Create sweater, and then I thought I'd stop at home before coming out here, but I'm in my American Express shirt, the one that was owned by Basquiat. So it's a very like me sitting around the house outfit. I didn't get too dressed up, unfortunately. Sorry.
It's all good. I'm sitting around my house right now, so I'm wearing a me sitting around my house outfit,
Nice.
which
Okay.
seems fitting. I have.
Should we trade? I feel like my outfit is so diametrically opposed to everything you enjoy in clothes. It's
Why?
all navy.
Yeah, that's the worst offense probably of it. Yep. Maybe the worst thing you could have brought here. I'm wearing.
Michael keeps trying to throw me out. He's not strong enough to pick me off off the ground.
But if I keep trying, I will be eventually.
It's like what the ancient Greek myth, the guy who had to carry the cow up to the top of the mountain for water.
As it grew.
Yeah.
Mailman looking kind of weak. Gonna start ordering progressively heavier weights. I am when you order a weights, I guess it must be like courier delivered by dudes with weight belts on.
Well, if it's over 50, I think it needs to be specially delivered. Over
Interesting.
50 pounds.
Anyways, I'm wearing cowboy croc boots. I'm wearing my Lactimer Demure cargo jeans, which have been a big hit here with me. I'm wearing a Balenciaga shirt that says I Heart Techno on the back in rainbow colors, and then I am wearing a Balenciaga double layer hoodie that says I Heart Techno on the back in rainbow letters.
Trade outfits now. I think that'd be a funny gag, especially within the fashion community. As long as you sound confident about what you're talking about, it'll catch on. If you have enough people parroting it, Parrot, it'll catch on.
Yeah, just and like use big enough words and talk with enough monotone, and like you can fake anything. You can make any screenshot of anything, and people will believe you.
Yeah,
and it's beautiful. And then they'll get mad.
I'm kind of enjoying this. The hoodie's nice.
Yeah, it's cozy.
It is.
Big double layer.
Yeah.
Love those things. Own 2 of them.
I like the rivets on these jeans.
Yeah, they're really nice. The buttons.
Yeah.
Good shit. Those jeans, the Lactimere ones, I have talked about this before, are very affordable.
Yeah.
They're like $120. Which is like not bad.
No, it's not bad.
And they're like heavy denim and really nice. Like the like snap buttons are those like flat ones on top. They're cute. They're nice. I like those.
They're very nice.
Shout out Lactimere. Once again.
Who had the most drip in Dune? In the books.
In the books?
In the books.
The Worm.
I was gonna say Hate. Metal Eyes is kind of swaggy. The Teilaxu eyes.
Oh, I forgot they did that thing for what? How did he get real eyes?
Well, realize.
Yeah, I remember.
I am only through the second book. He doesn't get real eyes. In the second one.
Is it just that the later Duncan Idaho clones do?
Probably.
I think the worm god has the most.
Leto 2 or the physical worm god?
Leto 2 is the physical worm god.
Okay, yeah, no, but I thought you meant like big Shai Hulud, like just a worm. The big worm, the grandfather
No,
worm.
not Shai Hulud, but Leto 2 as the strange, weird blend of a man.
Yana,
and a
can we
worm.
get Leto 2, like the official artwork. He's like in a chrysalis almost.
The God Emperor of Dune?
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
Shit.
Can we also get you can look up Hate, Hayt. That's Duncan Idaho in the first Reborn, I think. He doesn't continue to be called Hate, right? In Future Duncan?
He becomes Future Duncan.
Yeah.
He becomes Duncan Idaho. Who had the least drip in Dune?
Honestly, I was gonna say Jessica, Reverend Mother.
But she gets drip.
She does get drip, but you're also thinking of the movies. Movies are separate.
But I'm not good at visualizing
Okay.
like that.
Okay. I want to say. Okay, if we can include the films, I actually think Zendaya's character has zero drip.
Well, I mean, she's always wearing that same shit everyone else is wearing.
Yeah, you can't do
your
anything to stand out.
Be your own person.
I rewatched that first movie. The number of like times she's just like.
Isn't she barely in that movie?
Yeah, but it's in like flashbacks where she kind of just like looks maxes and then disappears. Yeah. Who else doesn't have drip? I think Fade Rotha had drip. Baron Harkonnen had drip.
Every Harkonnen has drip.
Yeah.
So that's the bad guys always look the best.
Can I have a hot take?
Yeah.
I think
You may have
Florence Pugh's character has infinitesimally small drip.
I don't think that's a hot take. I think she's by design dripless.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw a lot of discourse on Twitter about how like cool she dresses.
Yeah, but Twitter discourse is never going to be right about who looks good.
I mean, I talked to my friends about this and they're like, oh, Florence Pugh's so hot. These are my girlfriends.
Pugh. I always pronounce it Pugh.
Puch.
Florence Pugh.
Puch.
Pugh.
Hell
of a last name. She's still dating Zach Braff.
Is she?
She was.
Damn. I know.
I watched. You know Zach Braff of Scrubs fame. You know Marshall Mathers of Eminem fame. You know Zach Braff of Scrubs fame.
Yeah.
He. Did you see any of the movies he made?
No.
He made he made a movie called Garden State, which is
I know of it, but I haven't seen it.
It's the most manic pixie dream girl movie of all time. And then he made Wish You Were Here, I think, or Wish I Was Here, it's called. A little better. I watched these when I was in high school, and I was like, wow, this is deep and meaningful and profound, which, you know, sometimes that holds up. And I watched Garden State again recently, and I was like, wow,
It's a movie about New Jersey. It can't possibly be good.
Well, no, I think it's sort of about, like, it's meant to be about, like, you know, the banality of something like that, and, like, being depressed about being in your hometown and then, like, finding silly little ways to enjoy life. But he really, you can tell that he thought he was going to be the next Wes Anderson.
Sure.
In this, like, quirky, like, goofball character, symmetrical shots, lots of patterns, shit. And then it just, that movie did not hold up, man.
I watched recently Wes Craven's They.
Oh.
Which is like not good.
Is this about how scary non-binary people are?
Yeah, Sock moves in.
Yeah. It's the exact same plot as Friday the 13th, but it's just Sock in your dreams. And they want to bump.
Do you have Cat?
Yeah.
Do you have Cat?
Socks wants to know.
You have K. No, so it's a movie about, it's really weird. It's very like, so he did Friday the 13th. He did Scream. Obviously, Wes Craven.
No, he didn't do. Sorry, did I fuck that up?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I meant to say Nightmare on Elm Street. I get those confused.
I might take this sweatshirt off. I'm boiling, but still very like Wes Craven-y, like great lighting, very early 2000s, late 90s horror movie. But it's scary, and if I had seen it back in like 2003, I would have been like, scary movie. Now I'm like, that's so fucking lame. I wanted more character development, and the psychological horror wasn't fully fleshed out. Have I been like ruined by modern like ways of thinking? Like, can I not just sit down and be like,
You've
oh,
been
it's
ruined by the A24 slow burn, no jump scares, character development, plot driven horror story? Yeah, I
like,
get it.
Am I capable of going back and enjoying like Scream 3?
I watched Scream for the first time a couple weeks ago. I watched Scream for the first time like starting this year. I love that shit.
Scream 1 is incredible. It
Yeah.
holds up. It really does. Even if you know the twist, it's fun because then you rewatch it for the twist. Like, great movie.
Yeah.
Stellar movie.
I already knew the twist. Like, never having seen it, I think it's very easy to learn the twist just by like you see it on Twitter or.
Should we Scream a podcast? We get a huge guest, but they're in like the first 4 minutes. That's what they did with Drew Barrymore. She had top billing and got killed in like 3.5 minutes.
Holy shit.
Should we Scream a podcast?
As soon as we get Rick Owens on this podcast, y'all gonna be real disappointed about it. We could.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think I don't know. I've been really into sort of like fucking empty movies lately. Like no plot development, nothing, just vibes.
Just vibes. I love an old slasher though.
Yeah.
Like, you give me just like people, what is it in Freddy versus Jason, where he appears behind that girl and she's insulting Freddy, and he hits her with the machete, but she doesn't break. She just flies like a fucking brick straight into a tree.
That one was
Yana,
hilarious.
can you put that scene up? I don't know exactly who the character is. Look up like girl insulting Freddy versus Jason, and just put like the 2 seconds of her getting slammed into a tree, like cut in. Whoa, wasn't that cool?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am really bad at watching horror movies, but I used to be. I feel like I'm better now because
You get scared?
I get scared. I'm jumpy. I'm like a jumpy person.
Yeah.
So the second there's like
What about an A24 slow burn psychological?
I love an A24 slow burn psychological plot driven character development, no jump scares movie. Hereditary goes hard.
It's a good movie.
It's a good fucking movie.
I thought that'd be a good idea to watch on like a third date.
Wow.
It ended up working out, but like not a good third date movie.
And then what was that A24 movie about the little kid who's the goat that's a baby, that's a real goat but also kind of a baby?
Boy?
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
That one was crazy.
I didn't see that.
I watched that. I felt weird.
I am surprised they made a movie about me, a little kid that was a goat.
Boy.
So I maintain one of the funniest things I would love for a superpower. My friends and family and those around me once a day get to shoot me in the head for comedic effect.
Oh, it'd be so funny.
That would have been a perfect
Or
moment
yourself.
for it. No, I think it's not funny if you do it yourself. Then it's
Really?
morbid.
So you think it's not morbid to get killed by your family, but you think it's morbid to kill yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking where it starts and stops there.
Well, they know it's the joke. If I do it to myself, I think it's one of those things like your friends like, oh, I'll just go kill myself. And you're like, you okay? Like, you all right? But if everybody's in on the joke and they control when the joke happens, then it's not scary.
I disagree.
Okay.
But who knows?
Okay. Very fair.
Very fair.
Yeah.
What do we talk about?
I don't know. So do you think, I have another one. You think, a good conversation topic, you think it's possible for a brand currently to survive solely off of marketing? How long is the shelf life of a fashion company that is basically just relying on clout and marketing?
What do you mean by that?
Clothes aren't necessarily good. They're very cookie cutter, or they don't do anything interesting, or they just don't release that many clothes. But the like talk cycle around the brand itself is long enough or avid enough to where it gets carried to relevancy.
I feel like there are a ton of brands like that.
That's why I'm talking about it. I mean, do you think that they're going to have a shelf life past a couple of years?
Supreme's on their 30th year.
But they have the credence of like doing something important.
What do they do that's important?
I mean, back in the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s.
Like they started something.
Yeah. Got to be starting something. Got to be starting something.
Amy Leondore.
Yeah, but again, not to come to defense of they put out interesting clothes, and it's not just hype, and they put out a lot of clothes, and they do a lot of engagement, and they do events, and the people that like them, I think, really like them, but the hype wouldn't be continued if it was just t-shirts.
So it has to explicitly be boring. I think that Vetements is currently coasting off of previous hype.
Yes.
But I mean, they're doing some interesting stuff, but mostly it's just like, hey, can we make this bigger? Hey, you know that big thing you made for me? What if you made it bigger? I think I've talked to you about this in person, but I haven't talked about this on public record, and it is very funny to look at modern day Vetements. I don't know if everybody knows this. I think a lot of the fashion nerds know this, but so Demna Gvasalia obviously used to be, him and his brother Gurram found Vetements.
Yep.
And then they, around 2017, Demna went to Balenciaga, and then 2 years later just stopped making Vetements. He like left it to Gurram, and they are mad at each other. They are fighting.
Is it active fighting or is it passive aggressive, like family fighting?
Well, it's one-sided and it's passive aggressive. They're not on good terms with each other, is what I understand. And Gurram takes all of these fucking jabs at Demna in a very blatant way. For one thing, if you look at their clothes, pretty much everything being released by Vetements currently is a like 1 or 2 season lag of something directly made by Balenciaga. Like, not even like being shy about it. And then they
the garderobe?
Yeah, he keeps like Balenciaga did a couture season, and so Gurram wrote couture on a bunch of his clothes. Balenciaga made a like more stable like not basics, but like a more stable logoless line they call garderobe, and now a bunch of the Vetements tags say garderobe on them.
Ask a question. So I feel like the fashion community, especially the vehemently strong Demna fans, are very quick to write off Gurram as like, oh, he's an idiot, he's just copying.
Yes.
Do we think at all that this is to undermine Demna's legacy and reputation by either diffusing out what he's putting out at Balenciaga, but sort of worse, or taking the foundation of what made Demna popular and sort of tainting it?
I think it's more that Gurram himself does not specifically have good clothing ideas.
Sure.
And never has, and was always more of the business guy.
Okay.
And then Demna obviously has some very good designs. Designs that, regardless of what you think of him, has some designs that are very popular.
Mm-hmm.
And Gurram is taking
I would say
those.
important.
I would say important. I think a lot of people would yell at me for saying they're important, and I'm trying to be neutral. But yeah, like I think it's about not having designs and then just being like, well.
Do you remember the first vet piece you saw that was like
Kanye West hoodie?
Which?
Well, I mean that's the first
it's
piece
the
I
heavy metal
ever
one
saw.
with Lord.
Yeah. What do you mean? The first that I saw that I was like, wow, that's cool, or like?
Yeah.
So the problem is when I first saw, because I saw the heavy metal hoodie back whenever Kanye wore it in like 2016, and I was like, that's ugly. I hate that. I'm wearing skinny jeans and Geo baskets. And then I bought one.
Oh.
I found one at Last Chance, which is this weird basement sale thing for all of Nordstrom's like lost returns.
Yeah.
I found one for $250, and I tried it on and like thought it was funny and hated it because all I wore was like skinny jeans. And if I had that now, I'd go crazy on it. But I sold it for like $900 or something, and I bought a Rick leather jacket. But, fair enough trade. But I think, I don't know what the first thing I saw from them, because it was like a gradual like, oh, wait, these guys are kind of cool. Like, I feel like I was very you know, I was very of the like, I was a sheep. I don't really know how to put it. Like, I was going along with like everyone kind of hated on Vetements for a while.
Oh,
and
okay.
Obviously, so did I. I'm not like I was on that shit before you guys. Like, I kind of did not like it, and I think I mostly came around at the like first Demna Balenciaga season.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Maybe a little after. Like, I remember seeing the
Interesting. So I was slightly earlier to you to the vet train.
probably. I was wearing
Huh.
like I mean, I was like full Rick in a very like health goth kind of way.
Yeah.
In that era. And like if I wasn't doing that, I was doing like raw denim. And I remember the first Balenciaga piece I ever saw that I was like, oh, was the double button-up shirt, which I now own.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The button-up shirt with the button-up shirt attached to the front.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that's like a really sort of heinous item.
Yeah. Like, can we get double button up shirt? Thank you.
Part of a series of items that for a while I was trying to collect, like either the item or like I have like screenshots of articles that are like, Balenciaga just made this and you'll never believe what it costs.
Oh, like the trash bag.
The trash bag, the IKEA bag, the double shirt, the Joey from Friends fucking 5-layer coat.
Oh, yeah.
7-layer coat, whatever. The tape bangle most recently.
Oh, yeah.
But like it's gotten too difficult now to keep track of all of those, but for a while I was like, maybe one day I could own everything that there is a silly Balenciaga article about, and I no longer can. But I think that might be part of the reason I liked it so much. It's like I saw the Twitter outbursts and I was like, that's actually cool. And then I bought one and it's way more clever than I thought it was.
The double button up?
Mm-hmm. It's not just half of a shirt sewn onto the front of a big shirt.
Okay.
It's made up of essentially like 3 shirts or like 2.5 shirts.
Okay.
So it's the regular shirt.
Yep.
And then it's a full version of the long sleeve attached. So like if you like split down this back seam and like sewed it onto the placket of a shirt,
Sure.
the long sleeve shirt.
Yep.
And then it's the inside of the long sleeve shirt is actually lined with the exact same design as the short sleeve shirt. Hard to picture.
Okay. I'm having trouble picturing.
It's such that like you're wearing it and you have the long sleeve over. If you pull the long sleeve away, it looks like it's just the short sleeve shirt under it.
Oh,
You don't see the inside of the long sleeve shirt. And if you turn the sleeve inside out and put it on, it looks like you're wearing the short sleeve shirt with long sleeves.
Whoa. Okay, cool.
It's really clever.
That is cool.
So there's 2 chest pockets because like you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
move
yeah.
aside whichever one you're using. Which I was just expecting it to be like a silly little thing, but it's actually very functional.
Mm.
If you get cold, you can put on your long sleeves. I need to wear that thing more often, but it's a rare one, I'll tell you that. Love that thing. But I don't know. I think maybe the first Vetements item I saw that I was like, cool, was lighter heels.
For me, it was the 11-inch Gun Club hoodie.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I wanted it so bad. I must have been like 16. I was like, oh my God. Like,
Oh my God.
big hoodie, like 11-inch Gun Club. Oh my God. Like, I really couldn't tell you what my logic was behind wanting it so badly, but I really wanted one.
It really is crazy how much like hoodies are a specific and like such a like refinable garment, I guess. That's sorry, I hate that I said that. Please stop listening. Just this idea that like, you know, everyone makes a hoodie.
Yeah.
But some of them are like, there's a wide difference between a bad hoodie and a good hoodie. And it can be really subtle. It's such a very interesting thing that I think every brand has made. And like people who are into Balenciaga have to own like 10 hoodies to like.
I'll say it. I don't love the cut of the Balenciaga hoodie.
Which one? Because there's hundreds.
Yeah. The world saying I love you. I love the design. I love wearing it around my house with like pajamas, but I just cannot get it to sit right on a pair of pants.
Yeah, I
or
don't
like,
particularly like that one either.
It's just like it's a weird length. It's not long enough to be like comically oversized, and it's not short enough to like hit your waistband and then fold. It's always like 3 inches below, and it kind of gives you like that inverted mushroom shape.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah, I don't think they're not all winners. Tell you what.
Fortunately. Yeah. But going back to our conversation, because I do want to hash it out. Do you think there are brands that can survive basically on hype or on one good collection into perpetuity and only based on continued marketing and like staying relevant, and not just on the credence of that one? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm trying to. It's such a. You are asking this so specifically. I feel like you know your answer.
Yeah.
Who?
Should I air it out? I
Yeah.
feel a little bit bad.
What?
Like Awake New York.
Why would you feel bad about airing out Awake New York?
I don't know. We have a lot of friends that like their stuff and are supporters of theirs. I just look and it's like hoodies and t-shirts and knit polo or whatever flavor of the week is. And I don't think they necessarily do anything that pushes the envelope. And I know I'm blanking on the name of the guy that runs it. I know he was at Supreme. I know he did a lot of interesting stuff, or at least relevant stuff there. But I don't think it works outside of the context of Supreme. And honestly, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Any brand whose like entire like form of identity is a word written on a shirt.
Yeah.
I think that's fair game to make fun of.
Yeah. Or like, it's been a long time and I keep expecting to see this brand just went belly up, like Maison Kitsune.
Oh,
How
yeah,
what the
hell
fuck are they
happened to
still
Oh,
around?
shit.
Maison Kitsune. I don't know how that brand is still alive and kicking. I really don't.
All I know about them, my only memory of them is like Childish Gambino. I'm pretty sure talking about wearing them. I got a lot of my brand knowledge and like fashion aspirations from Childish Gambino, which is crazy to say.
I bought a cashmere Comme des Garçons CDG Play cardigan when I was in senior year of high school because he wore it while like rapping Campfire, but acoustic. You know that video? Why the fuck did I do that? And it's not even a good outfit.
I really wanted the you know the American Apparel stand-up comedian hoodie?
Yeah.
The one that every single like it's like
Yeah.
it's like a like jewel tone color and like white drawstrings.
Yeah.
I wanted so badly.
It's the zip up, right? The full zip.
The zip
yeah,
up.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Always like
Yana, can we get the American Apparel jewel tone zip up?
Yeah, the stand-up comedian hoodie. They're always like t-shirty material. Like they're very
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And they're really skinny, and you wear them like pulled up to your sleeves, and you wear some skinny jeans and like
Bo Burnham wears them.
Yeah,
he wears like a red one.
So I really wanted a red one because of Childish Gambino, because of like
Freaks and Geeks.
Yep. I was just
my God.
I was like, holy shit, that's it. That's peak fashion. And he was wearing like APC jeans.
Yep.
Or like he was wearing an
God.
APC shirt.
What
probably
was the
jeans.
fit? Hold on.
It's like gray jeans, beige shirt, red.
I want to know what
hoodie.
shoes he was wearing.
Oh, that's a good question. It was probably some
bets. You wanna place? I'm thinking like Common Project adjacent.
I was gonna say like Sambas or adjacent.
Okay,
but just kind of Common Project.
No, yeah. All right, so we've got. Oh no! Oh my God, this fucking music video. I used to watch this so often in high school.
Same.
Jesus Christ.
It's really upsetting the like effect that this had on me. The like stranglehold that the Freaks and Geeks by Childish Gambino music video had on me.
Oh, the slow zoom. Okay, so we've got the shoes.
What are they?
Yannick, if you would be so kind to throw up just like a muted section.
Oh, they're Nike Cortez?
Yeah, they look like a Cortez. Yeah, they are a Cortez. That's crazy. He falls into the Taylor Swift school of no drip for me. Where like no matter what he does, he just looks kind of bad in clothes. I've also heard he's an asshole, so I have no problem dubbing on him. I'm gonna look up Childish Gambino best outfits.
The thing is, I think he's buff now, and I think he's real buff. He got buff for Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Okay.
Maybe he's buff even before that. I don't know, because I feel like he.
Oh.
What?
Whoa.
Let me see.
British GQ. Every time Donald Glover proved he's one of the world's best dressed men.
Oh, and it's a bad outfit.
Yana, can you get some of the pictures from the GQ article? It's the title that I said just thrown up above us. So
some of these I'll accept.
I can't see all of them.
But that's because you gotta. I didn't make you buy a stupid screen filter.
That's not a bad one.
Most of these suits are fine.
Okay. He loves the really tight high water suit pants. Which are the bane of my existence. I hate those things.
I do have to give him credit for being like very impactful in the like quote unquote hipster community.
Oh yeah.
Of clothing for like 10 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like 2008 to 2000. I guess not 10 years, but like 2008.
What was his big start? Community?
No, I knew him as a his big start to me was Derek Comedy.
Oh my god, I remember Derek Comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, that was him, wasn't it?
I still think about some Derek Comedy bits
yeah, they
from
were
time
really
to
funny.
time. Yeah, he got started in Derek
God,
Comedy.
do you remember the old College Humor sketches? Like Font Fight?
Yeah.
Do you remember that shit?
I don't remember Font Fight,
where
but
Papyrus comes in and they're all hating on him?
No.
Or like Schoolyard Wars where they're like they're in like a Guantanamo Bay and they threaten to give a kid a swirly.
No.
Oh my god, dude! The College Humor originals. I haven't thought about these in forever. Like Jake and Amir. We talked about Jake and Amir on the podcast, but like, oh my god, I remember these all so vividly. They're all coming back to me.
Donald Glover had a really big impact on me.
Yeah.
As he was the reason. He was probably the reason I got into raw denim. Because he started talking about APC, and I looked up APC, and I like got sort of like never owned a pair of APCs, but I got sucked into this like, denim fading bullshit from there. I found out what raw selvage denim was in like 2010 or something, and 2011, and it's just been downhill ever since.
How is Maison Kitsune still around?
Right, that's what this is about.
Yeah.
Which I only know about because they're like that cardigans and shit.
Yeah.
Like that.
Gray cardigan, small. They're like worse Lacoste somehow.
Yeah.
That's my impression of them. Maybe I'm wrong. I have a pair of Maison Kitsune leather gloves that I got in 2015 for Christmas that are great. But that's been 9 years ago.
Yeah, the only like I don't know anything about them other than like the little fox. They have a music label.
Really?
Yeah, so Maison Kitsune, I don't know if they still do, but like Maison Kitsune had a branch of a music label, probably like just like a sub label or something. They signed a few people. They signed like Two Door Cinema Club.
What?
So I went to see Two Door Cinema Club, and they were all in Maison Kitsune like suits.
What?
Yeah, they have part of what they might be coasting on is that.
Dude, it's like rip off Ralph Lauren.
Yeah. I mean,
what the fuck? Pick an identity. Leave it to the French to do this shit.
Let me see.
This is just remarkable. Sorry, I'm scrolling through. I'm seeing like logo button downs for $300. I'm seeing like the most garish socks I've ever seen in my life for $45. Like t-shirts for $150. Like they have had a store in Soho in New York for a long time, and every time I walk by there are a couple of people in there, but I don't know who's wearing Maison Kitsune.
They're stocked on Essence.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. This is exactly the type of stuff that people with
finance jobs,
people with like not a very strong like personal style would buy. Not a strong personal style and a lot of money would buy. What's the fucking what was that like that TikTok trend that was just a disguise for white boys with fluffy hair?
Oh, I mean that was Quiet Luxury, right?
No, it was before Quiet Luxury.
Like country club core,
yacht core,
something like that. Yana, can you throw up one of the ugliest crew necks I've ever seen in my life? It's called the Valentine Comfort sweatshirt. It looks like something that would have been on the cover of like a furry fanfic. I mean, That's atrocious.
No, that looks like Jughead style art. Archie and Jughead.
Archie, sure.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Yeah,
bad.
Kitsune Music.
Okay.
Musique. Have they? Oh, Block Party is signed.
What?
Yeah.
Are they still active?
Wait, this list does not include. Is Block Party still active?
No. Kitsune Musique.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's probably. I mean, and they have a lot of.
I have to apologize. I wasn't familiar with their game.
Yeah, Thieves Like Us.
I don't know them.
I feel like Phoenix. Fucking Phoenix is signed.
Are you
to them?
serious?
Yeah.
Oh, LaRue. Shut up, Bulletproof. Good
LaRue.
song.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So that's keeping them afloat.
I owe
for
you an
sure.
apology, Maison Kitsune. I wasn't familiar with your game.
My apologies, Gildas Loic and Messiah Kuroki.
Damn, that's insane. Maybe they have
Wait.
a bigger international audience?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they are probably worn by people who you don't see what they're wearing very often.
Okay.
Like they're worn by people. They're not worn as like an Instagram outfit. You're never gonna see them tagged in a post.
But that's not where I boots on the ground. Been trying to like walk around New York more and just take notice of what people are wearing.
Yeah, but other than the fox, and sometimes that's really tiny. I don't know if you'd notice like a Maison Kitsune pair of pants or shirt.
I think almost everything I'd seen on their website, pants or not, had the logo on it.
But like, how close you looking?
Babe, I wasn't looking at his ass. I was trying to see if that was a Maison Kitsune label. Like, it's not weird.
It's not weird. It's not weird. Boots on the ground. How often do you see a Rick Owens item that is not a pair of shoes?
Quite often. I see pushers a lot.
I feel like
I see the
don't.
puffer jackets.
Oh yeah, the puffer jackets. But like, not as often as I would think from the way that like the internet is.
Yeah, no, the internet is a very different place to in person.
Yeah.
Anything. And then New York is very different to the rest of the world. I don't know. Somebody in like LA let us know, or like San Francisco or Seattle, or like a major city that is not New York. Let us know how often you're seeing Maison Kitsune.
If you would like to join the Discord, message us Pair of Kings Pod on Instagram and tell us either how often you see Maison Kitsune or how often you see Rick items.
Ooh.
And I would like to know. We'll collect some stats. We'll crunch the numbers.
Like,
we'll get back to you.
What are other brands like Maison Kitsune or Awake New York that I'm just trying to like, what stores have
Other brands like that?
Yeah.
Band of Outsiders.
What the fuck is that?
You don't know Band of Outsiders?
No.
That's another one of those, like, they make regular button-up shirts and T-shirts and, like, chinos. That may be a little more stuff, but Band of Outsiders was always in the same breath and was often worn by Childish Gambino.
Okay.
Like,
at this point, I hate to say it, but Acne Studios, they've really leaned into like the t-shirt and jean.
They had a big comeback. I mean,
yeah, I like Acne Studios. I like the Acne Studios.
I like some of the Acne Studios shirts. What the hell do they know about shirts?
I had a really cool runway piece from them. I don't know where it was.
It's weird to me to think about Acne Studios runway.
Yeah, right?
Do they still do them?
I don't think so. I don't think it'd be profitable.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, most runways aren't, but
yeah, but like it wouldn't be necessary for them. Yeah, I think. I mean, Acne Studios has kind of always made the same clothes, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, they've done like the elevated basics. I think now that it's more common, I'm noticing it more and being like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. But it's the same problem with like New Helmet Lang, where they're trying to finance the cool stuff with the basics, but nobody wants the basics anymore because they're not unique.
Right.
In 1998, it was cool to have like paint splatter jeans that were like straight cut and kind of minimalism, but like minimalist, excuse me. But when 85 people do them,
yeah,
and some of them are like, oh, it's not paint, it's little beads that are sewn on that look like paint, or you know, there's a million and one ways you could take the next step. It's really hard to do.
You
like
know what they call that?
Elevated streetwear.
You know when it looks like paint, but it's actually little beads.
Trompe l'oil.
Trompe l'oil.
I think it's really hard, especially as a brand trying to do like minimalist stuff like Quiet Luxury, but no, like true minimalist stuff like Acne Studios was doing well. It's really hard to stand out because they're not 4 brands doing,
Yeah.
you know,
Because
it's
there's
not
so
Jill
many-
Sander,
everyone has a
Acne
brand.
Studios, 2 other brands insert here that were doing minimalism in 2012. It's now 85 of them, and everyone wants to be like, oh, we're the only ones using cashmere, and it's also $35. Like,
If something is cashmere and $35, you do not want it. It was
unless it's in a thrift store.
yeah, unless it's in a thrift store. But if someone is like retail selling you $35 cashmere, something horrible, like a war crime had to be committed. Just so you know,
Yeah.
for that to be
I
made.
think our listeners are aware of that at this point.
Yeah, but I just like to hammer that in.
Yeah.
Just like
It
to,
bears repeating.
if you see a cashmere sweater for $30, a war crime was committed to make it.
Ooh, okay. What requires more war crimes to make,
Ooh.
right? Leather jacket, real leather, sub $50.
That doesn't exist.
Sub 80.
I think real leather, you probably it's got to be like 200, right?
There's a reason why I'm saying sub 80.
Okay, Jesus.
Or let's say $40 cashmere sweater.
I'm gonna have to say the leather one there.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
there's some.
You have words on this, Leo? You don't like war crimes?
Also, I feel like if you buy a leather, if someone's retail selling you a real leather jacket, that is less than $100, you're gonna get like lead poisoning from it.
Oh, so the war crimes don't end at the like production?
Oh yeah, yep. They keep going. They just keep on trucking. There was a
All right, $20 pair of shoes or $20 pair of jeans?
shoes. I feel like more involved.
Okay.
I mean, this is mostly just a question of like, what do I think should be more expensive, right?
Well, no, because there's some. I'm also, I think, taking into account the materials and the materiality of it.
Hmm. Speaking of Balenciaga, there was a Balenciaga upcycled leather jacket. But
Sure.
They just, they just bought a bunch of thrift. Everyone was different because they bought a bunch of like
Oh, cool.
thrift store or wherever jackets. Cut them up and made them into like a larger.
Oh, I didn't see this. This sounds cool.
There's a reason you didn't see it. It's from the Lost Tapes.
Oh, okay.
season.
Yeah.
But the reason you didn't see it is because I think a couple of the leather jackets had trace amounts of asbestos.
Oh.
Or was it asbestos or lead? I think it was asbestos. There were like trace amounts of asbestos
Which way, Western man?
in some of these leather jackets because they were from
Yeah.
that era. And like, I think it was like not enough to be like harmful, but it was enough that it was like, man.
What's a little bit of asbestos, huh?
Yeah. So they had to all be pulled.
Have any of them like made it out to somebody?
Abe has one. My friend Abe
Really?
has one. Yeah, because I think he got it from a damages sale. I think it's asbestos free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How do you get it tested?
I don't. I think they threw out all the ones that were asbestos. Asbestos leather jackets. I'm making leather jackets as best as I can.
Shut the fuck. You're terrible.
Did I tell you about this cologne that I wanted to buy?
No.
It came from a tweet, which is it's like screenshots of a like what's that like perfume website?
Le Labo?
No, that's the brand. Le Labo released a new scent yesterday, I heard. Unrelated. The perfume
Don't give them free press. They didn't give us free shit.
and it smells like shit. It's disgusting. It's garbage, and I hate it. And I would never buy it or set foot in a Le Labo. Mr. Labo, you have
Don't burn the store. Or don't burn the bridge.
Mr. Labo, you have a week to respond, and we will take this down. There's like a perfume ranking website.
Perfume ranking?
Yeah, or like fragrance.
It's like letterboxed for perfume?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Smeller boxed.
Is it like fragrancenet.com? Which is crazy because why would you not just do fragrance.net?
Sure.
There's someone tweeted a screenshot of it. Top notes: gunpowder,
Okay.
ozonic notes,
Okay.
middle notes: guaiac wood,
What is guaiac wood? Okay.
cypriol oil or nagarmotha,
Careful on that word.
copaiba balm,
What?
flowers, just
Oh.
flowers.
Okay.
No. Copaiba balm is one thing. Flowers is the next note.
Okay.
Iodine,
Okay.
blood. Base notes: sandalwood,
Oh,
incense,
nice.
rain, concrete.
This is called like City Massacre.
It's called Inexcusable Evil. It's by
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this one's called IRA Car Bomb. It's got top notes of concrete, twisted metal, and flames. Middle notes of revolution and British imperialism.
it's by Toscavat.
Okay.
Inexcusable Evil. Is it Fragrantica? What? Yeah, Fragrantica. That's the website. Fragrant Ica. Fragrant. Fragrantica.
Okay. Fragrantica.
Fragrantica. And then reviews. Some of the reviews say, made me want to kill myself. I've never had that from a cologne. 10 out of 10.
How expensive is this gag going to be?
Oh,
Is it like a $300 perfume?
yes.
Did I get it correct?
Inexcusable Evil by Toscavat. And I need to smell this shit. I went to the quirky, funny cologne store
Yeah.
trying to find some. Couldn't find any. 115 milliliters is $365, which granted is a large bottle. That's huge.
Can you buy like a tester from the website?
A 30 millimeter is 155. A 15 milliliter is 85. I could that seems doable. Some evil person wrote, by far my most complimented fragrance. Very weak though, so make sure to overspray. About 8 to 10 sprays should do the trick. Make sure you wear it in crowded areas with low airflow to get even more compliments. 10 out of 10, great buy. My initial thought was that it smelled like baby oil, and I asked some friends and they agreed with me, but after wearing it outside in the cold, a picture came to mind, which was the hospital bandages with a hint of sweet blood and floral notes.
What the fuck?
That image made me fall in love with fragrance. Oh my God. Maybe I shouldn't say this because people may get angry, but if you mix this fragrance with Orto Parisi's Terroni, Orto Parisi is the other person I know of who makes the most evil colognes I have ever. I have an Orto Parisi cologne called Seminalis.
Oh, yeah. It's the cum cologne.
Which is
Yeah.
allegedly made with an ingredient that is common in semen, but is also just a regular flower.
Sure.
But it's so
Pungent.
The first time I ever tried it, I put a sample on, and I put one spray on that I borrowed from a store, and I heard some girls in line at me next to me at Muji an hour later be like, "There's that smell again. What is that?" And I was like, "Fuck, I need to buy this." There are a ton of reviews that came out just after that tweet that are like, smells very good, nice clean fragrance. This is by far the most complimented fragrance I've ever had. A ton of people are writing fake reviews.
Oh, yeah, to get people to buy this.
Yes.
Okay. Can you go before the tweet?
Can I?
PT?
Best citrus fragrance, perfect for blind buy. Smells like a dentist cabinet with metal equipment that has been sterilized with blood. A piece of unwearable art. Makes me want to kill myself. That's a feeling I've never gotten from a fragrance. 10 out of 10.
What the fuck?
I untwisted the bottle and I was instantly hit with, in quotes, war.
What?
Okay, perfume people are some of the craziest of the
Well, I only
niche
know
hobbies.
Jeremy Fragrance, who's
Right, Jeremy
lost
Fragrance
it.
is more of a pop culture character than a perfume character, I feel like.
okay.
Jeremy Fragrance is honestly, I would like to run into Jeremy Fragrance wearing some of my worst shit and see what he thinks.
Yeah.
But Jeremy Fragrance is like a character for what he says and not for his, like, no one's watching Jeremy Fragrance to get fragrance reviews. Everyone's watching him to be like,
the character.
you know, everybody says I do cocaine. This girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was going to let you keep going.
No, the dildo of the fragrance industry.
What?
You not seen him?
No.
I like to call this the dildo of the fragrance industry. I can't masturbate. I mean, I do it. I don't come. You not seen that video?
No.
It's so funny. That's why people watch Jeremy Fragrance. No one cares
Okay.
about him like telling you to like wear Chanel No. 5 or whatever. Because
Is that what he says?
he talks about a lot of like pretty regular perfumes from what I've seen, which is like fine. He's a pop culture character. Anyways, people on like perfume review websites are truly insane. They're always like talking about like the movie that played in their head when they first caught a whiff of it and like really like setting scenes.
Can
and,
you
like,
go to the war review and just see the other things that person has said?
Oh yeah, there's a whole review. You want me to read the review?
Sure.
Wait. Good for self-defense. This is unrelated. Well, it's related, but it's not from that. Good for self-defense, but bad for your image. It's more of a force field to repel potential threats away rather than a perfume. Reminds me of how some trees release that stinky goop to keep parasitic insects away. Longevity, combat capable for at least 10 hours.
Combat capable.
Projection, field extends to beyond your arm's length. Sillage, flowers wither in your wake.
This makes me want to buy it. This sounds cool as hell.
Lots of fake reviews on this fragrance, but this is made by someone who actually owns a bottle. Every time I smell this, my brain says it's not that bad, but for some weird reason, my body begins to shake. No joke. Often when something doesn't smell nice, humans are still drawn to it. This is exactly that. Gunpowder, blood, and concrete are detectable, but this fragrance is mostly dominated by metallic and mineral notes. Reminds me of a field hospital during war. That's kind of a recurring theme here. Injured men with gun wounds covered in dust and rubble from falling buildings. Lasts for an entire day. High protection, low sillage.
What is sillage?
Sillage is how much the scent goes away, I think. What is sillage? Because there's throw or like projection.
Sure.
Sillage is it refers to the scent trail that a perfume leaves behind as it evaporates.
Okay.
So is that like as it dries it gets?
I assume it's how sticky you are.
Yeah, so you know how sometimes like someone walks past you
Yeah.
and then 10 seconds later you can tell they're wearing like like a gallon of Giorgio Armani perfume cologne.
Yeah, that's every nightclub.
Yeah. Yes. That's sillage. This has no season since, well, it's not suited for any occasion, really. You just have to enjoy it, otherwise you will never wear it. Truly art in a bottle, described in one sentence. Stomach-turning yet addictive powerhouse. 8.8 out of 10.
8.8 for field. What is it? Field combat tent? This is crazy, Michael.
Yeah, so this is I untwisted the bottle and instantly I was hit with war. Flowers spilled with blood, the smell of iodine on bloody wounds, and soapy water cleaning off sliding trays, the dead soldiers wafting through the air, the scent of gunpowder. The scent is repulsive to my nose, yet addicting. Truly a good fragrance if you enjoy smelling like war.
Can you go and just see their other reviews?
This, that, All Quiet on the Western Front stank. This, that, Band of Brothers type smell.
It's giving Private Ryan.
It's giving... I'm serving Private Ryan.
I love the smell of concrete and patchouli in the morning.
That's concrete, baby. This guy has only left 3 reviews. One of them was for Inexcusable Evil by Toscavat. One was Scandale pour homme, les parfums Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Okay.
Very clubby and mischievous fragrance, just like the name suggests. First smelled it at Frankfurt Airport in one of the duty-free stores that they have. That one's not that exciting.
How the fuck did he find it?
Oh, he says that Aventus Creed is the first fragrance he's ever owned. Hand me down from my late father who passed away around 3 years ago.
Jesus. Does he like the smell?
When I first smelled this, was clearly quite intrigued by it. Have never smelled anything like it before. The opening scent to me smells like leather, and as dried down takes place, it develops into more of a floral musky scent. None of these are funny. Okay. Write more funny reviews, John Boy. I desperately
want Inexcusable Evil.
Need to wear this.
Just order it offline.
Yeah, but I don't want to spend $100 on what is going to be horrible.
Give it as a gag gift then afterwards. True. See how many times you can get regifted.
Okay, fucking This is the type of person on a perfume website.
Wait, really funny party idea. Jesus Christ. Not even party. You, me, and a couple of friends, we go out. Everybody brings a sampler of perfume, and everybody has to wear all smells.
All at once?
Currently.
Oh, I'm bringing something horrible. I'm going to make you regret this.
I think it'd be really
You
funny.
don't know what I'm capable of, Saul. Have you picked through my perfume drawer?
I have. I think this would be really funny.
Like,
Because think, if you get a group of 8 guys together, that's 8 spritzes of individual cologne. Can we please do this?
Sure.
It's such a bad idea that I feel like it needs to be done.
I'm in the club absolutely drenched in a cocktail of scents you've never even imagined.
So we go to Essex for parties sometimes, this clothing store on the Lower East Side. I sprayed a perfume on me once, one spritz, and I hated it so much. I felt like I needed to leave and go home early.
Did you?
I really wanted
What was
to.
the cologne?
It was one of the Comme des Garçons ones. It smelled like weirdly like fleshy. I don't know how to describe it. It was just really bad. I went to the bathroom multiple times because I did it on my wrist and was trying to get it off, but it had gotten onto my clothes and I just couldn't remove the smell from myself.
Some colognes, like that Seminalis one, it does not wash off. I can machine wash. I can find some stuff I have machine washed since wearing it. Still
Sure.
there. Doesn't go away.
Okay, so we all get the same outfit. We get white button downs that are that are one size too small. We get skinny jeans, whatever shoes.
We get some Allbirds. All the boys pull up to Allbirds.
Yes.
I'm rolling up to Allbirds 8 deep.
Even
I
better.
smell like shit. And I'm about to make your day. You get commission there? Sign yourself up for 8 commissions.
Can I add things onto this? Can we like slick our hair back but with too much hair gel?
Oh God, you don't understand how much of a commitment that is for me. Do you realize that?
I remember was Joseph Kiefer?
Yeah, when I went to I was in a runway show with my hair covered in gel, and oh man, I felt the effects of that gel for like a week.
Oh my God, I feel like we have to do this.
I'll give you a slicked back ponytail.
Okay.
like a ballerina ready, like caked on gel.
If I do this while my head is shaved, I'm gonna get the fake beard and the fucking hairline.
Imagine we show up to the door and we get bounced before we even get in because we clearly look like we're doing a bit and smell like we're doing a bit.
I can't. Can you imagine being a bouncer?
Sorry, what? Being the bouncer? Can you imagine being the bouncer?
I'm gonna piss
What
my
is it?
pants.
What is it? Little Timmy
you
stuck in the well? What is it? What is it, Skippy?
Being a bouncer and like 8 dudes just like
Hair slicked back, same outfit, smell like a war, and also like Santo 33.
in my
and
mind there's like a visual stink cloud. Like,
we look like what's the little dirty kid? What's the dirty fucker in
Linus.
Linus? We look like Linus. We got that like the little like cloud coming off of us.
Oh my God, I think we have to do this. It's gonna be so fun.
Hero reward tier. All the boys hit the club with the stank.
Oh my God. Oh, my stomach hurts.
I'm gonna be in Mr. Purple.
That's where we have to go.
I'm gonna be in Mr. Purple. It's the only time the dance floor is ever gonna be clear because people are gonna fucking move. They're gonna smell me. They're gonna dip. I ever tell you I was
be so European. I'm gonna stand at the fucking bar like fucking just nodding to music off beat.
I'm gonna oil myself up so I look real sweaty. I'm gonna be glistening in the doorway. I'm gonna glisten.
I'm gonna have the world's fakest chain on. It's leaving like green residue all over the shirt and shit.
I'm gonna drink a ton of vodka Red Bulls. I'm gonna hate it.
I'm gonna get the biggest signet ring I can find. It's just
Also fake.
also fake, obviously. Oh my god, even better. Louis Vuitton crossbody bag.
Yeah, fake as shit
Fake
though.
as shit.
Fake as shit. We're going to Canal Street. I'm getting a Gucci belt too.
I'm laughing so hard, I'm sweating. My body is like overheating. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if we can top this. Song of the week.
Wait, can I read you one more fucked up perfume review?
Sure, hit me.
Can we really? Let's bring the mood down.
Okay.
Myrtilla Juice got tossed about inexcusable evil and says, a question that we have asked ourselves at least once in our lives is, why is there so much evil in the world?
Sure.
War, destruction, poverty, suffering, often generated by the abuse of power of man, blind to love and devoid of empathy. With this creation, Toscabat wants to conceptually represent this situation. Gunpowder combined with ozone scents initially give an almost repellent, unusual effect, and then iodine takes over, representing the need to heal the external and internal wounds caused by this unforgivable evil. I can say that the artistry in this perfume is extreme, and it is essential to know the concept behind it to understand and appreciate it. And last but not least, having a very, very trained nose.
Jesus Christ.
The identifying sentence is, hate all wars, love people. There couldn't be anything more true. Guernica, painted by Pablo Picasso.
Is Guernica related to anything?
Nope, that's just what they said. There couldn't be anything more true. Guernica, painted by Pablo Picasso.
How is this related to Guernica? Guernica has a bull in it. There's like it'd be like an animalistic thing, right? I mean, like there's a bull in there.
Yeah, look, I'm not reading this review of a perfume and being like, yeah, this person is in touch with what they're writing about here.
Sure. Okay.
I'm gonna how many reviews does this person? Wow, they have 100
Holy
perfumes.
shit.
They own 100 perfumes. They had 2 that they got rid of. Wow, I would love to know what they got rid of. 571 reviews, and they are all like this. Wow.
Respect.
Imagine Van Gogh's painting Cafe Terrace in the evening, Place de Forum Aries, viewed in a modern key.
What?
A night glimpse of the city, a closing club, and all that is hovering around it. That's a review for Neon Nights by Seven
I'm gonna get
Gates.
too drunk and start talking like this.
I'm gonna be wearing 10 perfumes.
Oh,
I'm gonna have my hair slicked back. I'm gonna be wearing a white button-up shirt that's too small. I got fake chest hair glued on. My jeans are so tight, but they somehow have cargo pockets.
So touchy, but only with the guys in my group. It's gonna be so weird.
And
it's
I'm
gonna
be
be great. Oh my god, I cannot wait. We have to do this.
And I'm gonna be saying shit like Colitherum wants to represent the meeting of ancient and modern.
Wait. Last question about this. Would it be more effective if we all showed up one by one or in a group?
One by one.
When do you think they start bouncing?
Oh, I'm always bouncing.
No.
That's the thing.
So
No,
two people get in?
I think if it's one by one, we won't get bounced.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm going to go up there. I'm going to be the bouncer saying shit like, will the modern always be conditioned by the shadow of the ancient? And then I'm going to say, A878, painted by Zdzislaw Brzezinski.
I like to think that one of us is going to get so belligerent that cops come to book him, but he smells too pungent for them to like get close. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they just
it's just so repulsive.
They like can't approach through the smell cloud. Oh, beautiful.
It's like the JoJo's aura.
Wow, this person loves to put
paintings at the
end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, song of the week. Let's
Song of the week.
wind it down.
I'm gonna do "Wake Up the President" by Carpenter Brut.
I don't know it. Okay, cool.
It's hard. It's so hard.
Nice.
Starts out with just like electronic screaming.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna blow that shit the second we stop this podcast.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna put on 10 perfumes.
I'm doing The Perfect Kiss by New Order.
Ooh,
It's a good song. I like
Yeah.
that song.
beautiful.
Thank you so much to everybody for listening to this episode of the Pair of Kings podcast. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Pair of Kings Pod. You can also subscribe to us at YouTube over at Pair of Kings Podcast. Don't forget to go and subscribe to the Hero for extra episodes, early release 2 episodes, and giveaways. That's herohero.co/POK. As always, I'm your host, Saul Thompson. You can find me on Instagram at Saul Thompson.
I am your host, Michael Smith. You can find me on fragrantica.com/Smithstagram.
What painting are you referencing?
Mona Lisa.
And this has been the Pair of Kings podcast, where once a week, every week for the foreseeable future, we're bringing you business as usual, tomfoolery as planned. Take care, everybody. Love you so much, and have a great Thursday or Tuesday, depending on how you're listening.
A bigger splash. David Hockney.